Hello, I'm not sure why this is kind of a weird video that's turning out. It's mostly my ramblings, of course, like in the previous videos I've made about Invisalign. I just thought I would give an update because it's been about a month and a half and I am on my 6th tray, so I'm changing it every week per my doctor's recommendation. I did look it up because I thought it was a little strange that a lot of people started 2 weeks and then they gradually moved up to 1 week, but apparently ever since 2016 Invisalign has made the aligners out of a new material that allows for 1 week only wear if you wear 22 hours or more. So not a lot of the time I read that people only wear them 20 hours, which is not good enough for a 1 week only wear, so you really have to be diligent about wearing the aligners all of the time. So I think I've already seen movement and improvement in my smile. Here's a close-up. See, I don't think the missing teeth are as visible anymore. Of course, when I take out the aligners, they're a lot more visible, but they used to be, you could tell. So I really feel like my teeth have moved. Also, I notice when I eat, sometimes the food gets stuck a lot more because the gaps between my teeth are getting bigger because they're shifting. So the ultimate goal is for the holes of my extractions to be filled by my current teeth. So I think that's working. I did have a problem. I had the 2 attachments down here fell out probably within a few days of me having the aligners. That being said, it doesn't really affect much. The attachments kind of just give extra grip to the aligners, but the aligners are the actual you know, drivers of any movement going on in your teeth. So even if you are missing some attachments, the only thing that's gonna affect it's really the grip they have. But I have other 20 attachments, so it didn't really make a lot of a difference for me, I feel. However, I did get them back in. It was very quick, like maybe 5 minutes it took for them to actually do the molds again, and I have my attachments back and they have been fine since then. Although they did let me know because of the placement of them on that tooth, they are more likely to fall out than other attachments. However, I've gotten used to wearing the aligners all the time. I don't feel like that's an issue. There have been a few times when I have, broken the rules a little bit. I drank a smoothie or I, ate a piece of avocado and they felt awful. Chewing with them on is awful. I really don't recommend it at all. Even drinking, they get into the gaps of, you have any gaps between the aligners and your teeth, they'll get in there. And I went home right after that, I rinsed them out and they were all I could see everywhere where there's gaps between the teeth, where they're not perfectly seamless, they get in there. So I would not recommend drinking anything other than clear liquids with no sugar in them. So really that's water and sparkling water. I have recently found out you can eat Altoid mints, the sugarless kind, with them. They recommend the small ones, the little square ones, so you are not tempted to chew them, which I wouldn't be anyway. But I'm going to try those out and see how they work out, how they affect the aligners. I've tried wearing lipstick with them. Of course, it's not recommended. And you see them right on the teeth, like, especially where the attachments are, get full of lipstick. If you're not very diligent about taking off the lipstick that's on the waterline here and doing the whole, the thumb sucking thing so you can get rid of that excess. And even then you'll still get it because if you're talking, your lips are moving, lipstick will get in there. And it has kind of stained the previous aligners I've had, not very badly. You can wipe it right off. Also, wearing chapstick makes them waxy up here. But I still wear it because I have to. I have very dry lips. But that's another thing that's, I don't really wear it that often. Some people might find it more annoying than I do. I don't think that's much of an issue. I've read many blogs about, what it's like to be wearing the aligners, but actually doing it in your own life, it's totally up to you how you're gonna go about it, especially because you have your own style of doing things, your own things you're accustomed to that might get interfered by the aligners, especially the snacking. I've of course found myself saying no to a lot of food, and I mean, I haven't really lost any weight or anything like that. It's not going to make much of a difference if you're still eating the same amount during meals. With the pain wise, I did feel it's gotten better. I haven't had to use any more of that wax. I had to go out and buy some wax because there was some trays that had very sharp edges. I'm not wearing any right now, and I feel a lot better not wearing the wax. The wax was an extra added bulk, and it was annoying having to put it in. It would shift around sometimes. I prefer the wax to the filing. I found the filing does not really work, at least not with the file they gave me. And maybe if you have a better one out there, it'll be better than that, and you could actually file it down the sharp edges so they're not, you know, poking you in the gums, because it does get irritating if they do poke you and scratch you. That being said, there feel like a part of me, yet there's also another part of me that kind of just wants it to be done, because I want to be able to walk around with my drink. I want to be able to just have no time limits on my food. I don't want to feel rushed all the time. I'm a very slow eater, so that's another thing that I was having to get used to, eating within 40 minutes, not more. And that's including time to rinse my mouth, clean my teeth, and put my aligners back in. Another thing I noticed is they don't really smell bad. However, I did see some people posting stuff about how they smell bad after a while. Your mouth gets very stale and dry. You're gonna constantly want to be drinking water. You get very sick of the taste of your own mouth. You know, when you oversleep and you get that weird taste in your mouth sometimes. I don't know if anyone else out there gets it, but that's what it feels like if you kind of skip a meal, or if you don't wear, or if you wear them for an extended period of time. That's what I noticed, especially the first few weeks. My mouth was very, very dry. I was drinking lots of water. And they're also sometimes get foggy. When you take them out, you see there's some, I don't even know what it's from, because it's not food residue, maybe it's toothpaste residue. But it does have some sort of film, which you can just rinse out sometimes. Sometimes you have to go in there with a brush, and especially me, that I have a lot of little buttons and a lot of places for those buttons. That's going to be like the hardest to get. Also recommended flossing. Flossing has gotten a lot easier for me, again, because of the space that's coming open in my teeth. So I don't have a side-by-side or anything. I was dumb and I didn't take a picture in my first tray. But I feel like there's definitely movement going on. I'm very optimistic. I've been, wearing them all the time as much as I can. Of course, there's been a few times where I wear them a little bit less because I have, I just ran out of time in my lunch, in my 40 minutes that was allowed. So I try to make up for that sometimes. But yeah, so far so good. And, I hope this is helpful to someone out there, and I hope that your journey with Invisalign is as great as mine has been so far. Of course, I still have, this is tray 6 out of 42, so I have a long, long way to go, but we'll see how this all works out.